as far as tariffs are concerned, I cannot tell you what will happen next. Nobody knows. But what I can tell you is how I'm acting in the markets right now. Because yesterday, I bought stocks, but I also sold a few stocks. Okay, let's talk about the tariffs on my portfolio right now. 27% of my portfolio is directly impacted by the tariffs. And the main companies would be my largest position, Crocs, and the second one, Lululemon. And mainly because of tariffs on Vietnamese goods, which are at 46%. But tariffs from other countries are also affecting our portfolio, for example, Indonesia and China. But the most important one would be Vietnam. The communist leader of Vietnam talked to President Trump and apparently they are working on a deal. So let's hope everything goes normal. But of course we cannot know. This is President Trump. Maybe the next tariffs formula will come from this bill. Nobody knows anything about that. But nevertheless, just sitting while the market is 20% down and not doing anything is not worth it, because there are many stocks right now which are undervalued in my opinion. Even those companies that are affected by tariffs, yes, prices are going to go up. Maybe there's going to be a recession, sales are going to be lower. That doesn't mean that these companies are going to go bankrupt. They are opportunities for the long term, because eventually these companies are going to adapt. And if you wait for everything to settle to invest, you might be like those people in 2020 who waited for the virus to go away to re-enter the market while they missed all the opportunities. So what did I buy yesterday? I bought Crocs, I bought Lululemon, even though those companies are affected directly by tariffs. I also bought Wise, I bought Booking Holdings, and all these companies are at least 25% undervalued, according to me. Some of them are 40% undervalued. But at the same time, I sold some shares. I sold all my shares of InMode. I sold all my shares of DQ. I don't think I ever talk about this company here. I sold all my shares of tariff-exposed. Because these were small investments in my portfolio. I would rather right now focus on my best ideas. And I even took some profits on China Mobile. I took some profits on Alibaba. Maybe it might not have been the best day to take profits when the stocks were down. Alibaba at some point was down 20%, but I took at 12% down. It's okay because I needed cash to invest in other stocks, and you cannot predict for sure. Those companies, I believe, were a little overvalued, and I needed cash to invest in other companies, so I had to take profits. Now, I don't know what is going to happen next. Because right now, if you're going to ask me about Alibaba, about China Mobile, they are undervalued again. But as I told you, I would rather be more invested in my best ideas. And as far as China Mobile is concerned, this is a low growth stock. This is a company that pays a high dividends. And if we are going to have a recovery, because sooner or later we have a recovery, these are not the stocks that do the best. These are usually the stocks doing good right now. Even FDJ has not been affected so much by the tariffs, because this is the business of FDJ. They sell lottery tickets in France. How is this affected by tariffs? Recessions don't really affect lottery sales. It is still undervalued. I'm not selling, but in case, let's say, the market crashes further and FDJ is undervalued by 30%, while there's a stock, Crocs or even Wise, which is down further and undervalued, let's say 50%. I would rather sell my shares of FDJ, even though they are undervalued, to buy something even cheaper, because I'm betting on the eventual recovery. What's important here is that you don't lose the focus. My portfolio is down, I think, around 10%, maybe even more than that, but better than the market. I know some people are doing worse than the market, and it doesn't have anything to do with you. You might have the best strategy, a better strategy than me, but your portfolio is down. One of the reasons why I'm doing better than the market is not because I'm smart, it's because the Vietnamese talk with President Trump. That's all. There's nothing I can do about this. I had no control on this call. I don't have any control on the deal they are going to work on. It doesn't have anything to do with me. Yet somehow this has helped my portfolio, while someone investing in China, because they are investing in a neighboring country, not that far from Vietnam. They don't have a deal yet. What about those that have companies with exposure to Cambodia? They don't have a deal yet. It all comes down to the companies you're investing in. Because if these companies, even if they are affected by tariffs, let's say they have a lot of cash flows, They have a strong brand like Crocs, and they can use all the cash flows to buy back shares, which Crocs is doing. So you're winning. Even if you're not buying the shares actively, you know the company is buying the shares. And eventually, when all of this is over, you're going to exit with more ownership of the company than right now. And if, let's say, in the future, the earnings are back to normal, you're entitled to more of these earnings. If you want to know more why I'm buying Crocs, why I love this company so much, I will recommend you watch this video next. Have a nice day and goodbye.